All right, guys, how you doing? Cryptogasm here. We're going to do a little quick market update for you today. So let's start with Bitcoin. Obviously, yesterday we had the panic sell and the day before. And look, number one, I want you all to stop using words like crash and bubble and dump. All right? All it was a market correction, guys. And for those who are new to crypto, I'll explain that to you. So the market works in ebbs and flows, up and down, sideways. What goes up comes down. So you got to remember, guys, 90% of people who play this game lose, 10% of win. So what do the 90% of people who lose, what do they all do in common? They chase things, they panic buy, they panic sell, and all this market did was liquidate the people who chased this huge expansion. That's all that happened. And then they panicked, and then they doubted their buys, and it just washed out everybody that chased. And the beauty of this is that once that's done, wherever we finish, a new cycle will begin. Okay? So let's have a look at this. Let's start with Bitcoin. So I entered Bitcoin for this year's, last year's trend back here on the last leg here. All right. So around there, just in here actually, after this went up, it retraced. Here was the last swing that I played. Major swing for the year. Like I played this here, sold some here, but most of my coins I bought here for this year or the last year. And as most of you know who have seen my reviews, I got out around about here. Late November, early December. Now this thing did expand through up to 20,000. I didn't chase it, not once. All right, because all this was thrill and euphoria. That's all it was. All right, and in Cryptogasmic, we don't buy thrill, we don't buy euphoria, we don't sell panic. Even yesterday, once it dumped, if you wanted to sell, wait for it to bounce back. Even if you want to sell, don't dump it all as it's happening. Just turn it off, because even if it dumps to here, it'll have a bounce, and there'll always be a better place for you to sell. So going forward, this is what I see with Bitcoin now. Okay. Bitcoin has been following this trend for the whole year. It broke out, it's dipped below the trend, and it's bounced back. But if we look at the last trend, okay, on this, last year, it did exactly the same thing. Okay. Look. It did exactly the same thing. Okay. It traded below here, it broke through, it dipped through, and then what did it do? It created a new trend. Okay. And this is going to do the same thing. We're going to get some bumps in the road. We're going to get some ups and downs. But I believe this is going to continue on. And it was very important, as I explained yesterday, that we hold this retracement in here. All right. We come down, we touch this line, but if we get rid of all of the noise and just look at the day chart, look where we opened and closed. At the line chart, not as bad as you think. Look, we fell into the bottom of the cloud. Now we're turning up again. This may meet resistance in certain spots. May come to here, come like this, and continue on. So we've always got to be aware that we shouldn't make decisions based on emotions, guys. Everybody who was panicking, you were making emotional decisions, right? And I tried to guide you through it and be in the room as much as I could. But at the end of the day, you're in control of your own emotions. And, you know, maybe this was your first time where you've experienced it having a fall, but the market doesn't go forever, right? It happens all the time. Look, expansive move, breakdown, expansive move, breakdown. And every time the news will come on and they will tell you, oh, it's dumped 20%, 30%, off it goes again. Everyone talks about the high price, dumps again, over and over and over. And it becomes a bit boring after a little while. You know, but the China FUD, it works, man. It works. Every time they come out and say they're not going to allow this or they're going to ban that, guys, nobody can ban crypto. They can ban exchanges opening in their country, but people will just go somewhere else. They can't ban crypto. They can't ban the blockchain. They can't ban cryptocurrency. All right. So where are we going with Bitcoin now? Okay. So from this move here, let's look at a few support areas. Okay. So the next place we have probably some support and resistance is we got to get back across this line and get ourselves up through the up through this cloud. All right. So we're kind of looking in for to break this here. We got to break this. What is this? 12,500. I think we're going to see a bounce between 12.5, 11. Same kind of thing. And we've got to retest all of these levels here. Okay. So we're going to retest 16.5, and then we're going to go for the all-time high. Now there's going to be noise in between this, guys, right? And it probably will. Get up here, fall back here. Maybe hit it again, go sideways. But eventually we're going to break out, and the new trend is going to start, all right? So again, don't chase things. And the more you do this crypto stuff, guys, you're going to understand that when these opportunities bounce back into the cloud like this, these are really great buying opportunities. Okay, and look, it bounced back down in here, here, and here. And if we look at Bitcoin where we were, like at the beginning of January, that's not a dump, guys. You know, this here, compared to where we were and how much we've gone up, I mean, come on, you got to be realistic here. $786 in January to $20,000, and it falls to 8,000, 9,000, and people panic. But that's why we love this game, guys, because that's what 90% of the people do. If you do the same shit, you're going to lose as well. Be smart, you know, and you get these idiots on the television with smug looks on their faces, and Bitcoin, it is nothing, and it's not even worth anything, and it's, okay, let them talk about it. Idiots, right? Absolute idiots. So let's move through quickly because I don't want to spend too much time on it. I think you all get the point. Don't panic. Even if you want to sell, don't sell on the down. Wait for the bounce back up. Okay. So I think if we have a look now on the daily, look, okay, the new daily is starting to reset. All right, with a lot of room to grow. Momentum is strong on the 6 hour. So this game's all about momentum, guys. All right. We were on the floor. We picked up momentum yesterday. The daily momentum's looking great. And the 3 hours, the 3 days on the floor, ready to turn. All right. So we can actually get this thing going through the daily crowd. We're good to go. Okay. So really testing this level here as a support and resistance level. But we should break up in here. We'll get a bit of noise along the way, but we're really looking to break this $15,000 mark now and stay there and keep that psychology. And we kind of see the same thing through all of the other coins as well. You got to remember, guys, we had really expansive moves. Look at this. It's huge. How can you call this a dump? The whales, the government, they're dumping. I mean, come on. Go and have a look in the mirror at yourself, right? The only people this is affecting are the people that chased, all right? So Ethereum now, we're still way above that daily cloud, all right? So let's have a look at this. Let me zoom in here because it's really important. We marked out a few levels yesterday. Areas of support that we really needed to keep before we made decisions to get out of our position. And again, if we just get rid of the noise, we bounced right on this support level here. Open and close, not even under $1,000. Okay? This thing was $7.28 in January. Think about that. Think about that. And this thing's just going to keep going and going, right? In the future, it's going to look like this. Okay? So where are we now in the immediate future for Ethereum? Because I'm big on Ethereum, as you all know. Okay? So let's have a look at what could possibly happen here. All right. So we didn't even break this sharp open and close trend. Look at that. We bounced right on it. Let's get rid of these boxes now. I think you can all see what I meant. We didn't even come down. We didn't break this open daily trend, open and close daily trend. Okay? We came right onto it, right onto the line, and now we're riding the trend. So that's a very, very bullish sign, guys, right? If we're going to break down through here on the daily, different story. But we've hit that trend line. And if we put all of the candles and the wicks, all this is panic. Were you one of those people that panicked here? That's all it was panic. We opened and closed right on the line. And let's see, we've got, what do we got? Okay. So let's see where the next candle opens. But again, let's look at the momentum here. We're riding up through the 6 hour. Meeting some resistance on the 3 hour. The daily. Resetting. So once we get this orange line to start to turn and the blue both to turn, we're off again. Okay. Litecoin, I mean, it's all the same kind of things, guys, when you look at it, right? Okay. Huge expansion from all the way down here. Of course, we're going to do a retrace. And it's probably going to happen up here again. So that's why it's really, really important to learn the basic technical analysis, ask the questions, understand. Don't chase. Okay? The only people that kind of get washed out are the people who chased it. Okay? I was buying Litecoin under $90. Back here somewhere. Back in here. Sold some position here, held some, bought some more, ready to go again. What you've got to remember is the whole upward trend of crypto as a whole. Okay? The whole trend, guys, is on an upward trend. The only people who feel the opposite are the ones who buy high, who don't know what they're doing and come back down here. But that's great for us guys who actually know what we're doing because we get to make money on that. Okay? I mean, look at that daily, look at that trend on Ethereum. Now, we had a period of consolidation through here where we held this pattern from September all the way through. Look, sorry, what am I talking about? It's last year. Sorry, guys, what am I looking at? Yeah, I mean, look, this held this price for so long and then went bang. And what happened? This is just greed, 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 hope, belief, belief. And in between, what did we do? We went up, we dumped. New people to crypto thought that was the end of crypto. We went up, we dumped. Huge expansive move, we dumped. But if you look at again, let's look at the line chart where we opened and closed. We didn't even hit the trend line. We've come down again. I marked the support box yesterday, showed you where we had to find the support, and we did. Boom, right on it. Okay, so we're just washing people out. So Litecoin. And I'm kind of just looking at the major ones now. All right, so let's have a look at our levels on Litecoin, where we might find some support and some resistance. So as we turn around, we're going to challenge here. 230 to 250. May hit the line, may bounce back. But to really get this thing going, we've got to get over this $300 mark and confirm $300 psychology in Litecoin. My target is still 450, but I'm going to hold this long term. But I'm going to play the swings with some spot coins with maybe 20 or 30% of my Litecoin. Get in here, get out here, get in here, get out there. Okay, and that's stuff that we go over in the VIP room, and we really talk about this analysis. And even more in depth on the new platform when it comes. The whole room is going to be full of really in-depth analysis. I'm just trying to keep it really simple for you now and trying to explain more than anything that there's no reason to panic. And if you panic and you sell at a loss or whatever, you're just the same as the 90%. And you've got to get your head out of that cloud. Let's have a look at the current trades that we're in, because a lot of people have been asking, is the technical analysis become invalid on these dumps? So let's have a look. So as you know, I'm in SALT. And I'm looking at the big picture here on the line graph just for now, because I want to forget about all of these dips and candles. We have a look here, just to put it into perspective. We didn't even come back and breach our buy zone on SALT. And I could go through so many of these coins and show you the same thing. You're going to see it. And what you think is panic, the reality, it's just washing out people who chase these legs. So the analysis is still the same. My target is still the same. All we did was actually have an opportunity to buy some more back in the buy zone. And if we come down and we check the dailies on the floor, hopefully in the next couple of days that might turn around. But let's check the momentum. 12-hour, strong, looking strong. 6-hour had a huge bit of momentum there. So the 12-hour will lead on to the daily, will lead on to the weekly, and hopefully that's what's going to push us up to a target. Even on the MACD here, on the 6-hour. We're at the bottom and we're starting a brand new trend cycle. We had this big fall down, but all this is, guys, is panic. All right? All that is panic. Panic. Hope. Hope. Optimism. Panic. You really need to understand that's how the market works. So anybody who's in SALT with me, my analysis is the same. Okay. My target is still 1400. I didn't buy some more here, but I should have, but I didn't. We were pretty well on the way to the target here when this happened. If we come in a little bit now, we're making our way back up through the clouds. Look. For a day or two, we fell down below, fell through it, and we just rode the cloud all the way down, and now we're pushing through again. So again, we just need to start getting this push up. We may meet support. If it breaks down back into my break even. And what you've got to realize is that the charts will give you a really good indication of support, even from previous cycles. Look, guys. Okay. Resistance, 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 support, support, all on the same line. Now, this would be a different story if this fell down through here, but it's obviously liking this line of support. It's hit it twice. It may come and hit it a third time. And if it falls through there, then we have to look at the lack of momentum and the lack of support and make a decision there. But there's nothing in the analysis that's changed for me on SALT. If we look at rise, we see the same thing. 1, 2, 3 times. 3 times. So if you want to look at it as a negative, you know, your trade was up and it fell down. Now, if you chase this and bought it here, then you probably panicked and you started doubting your trade. And I sent a signal out. So what this did was this gave us 1, 2, 3 opportunities to buy this at the right time. And it's obviously found that line of support through there. And I guarantee you, well, no, I shouldn't guarantee. Okay, but if we have a look at this whole move, right on that 61.8 line, look, right on the 61.8 line, okay? So all that's done is given us more opportunities. So let's look at the strength of rise, okay? I bought some more down in here, under 6,000, yesterday. 6 hour, full of strength. 12 hour, finding some strength. So can you see the momentum? All right, the daily's turned hard and it's in an upward trend. Look, this didn't even hit the floor as hard as the other ones. So all this is leading to brand new cycles, guys, brand new opportunities to make some more money. Capricorn, we didn't quite get to our target. Now this one's a little bit different. Okay. No. Yes. Right. So you can see the difference here. This one was up and it just fell right back down through. Okay. But anybody who was playing Capricorn with me knew that we got in here and we took our profits here. I did keep a little bit of asset, as I do with every coin, but I'm effectively out of that trade. And if I am going to sell the rest of it, I'll wait for another little bounce up. But there's really no need to sell anything at a loss, guys. Absolutely no reason whatsoever. What else am I in right now? The only one I got left holding was Bitcoin Gold. Unfortunately, you know, that one got us right at the time when it happened, but I'm certainly not going to sell it at a loss. You know, I'm down about probably 15–20% on that one from where I bought in. But there's no way I'm selling it at a loss. Absolutely no way. 5, 6, maybe 10 days. 6 hours started to turn. Daily's losing momentum. Okay. So I'm going to hold with this anyway. I won't sell it, not at a loss. Absolutely no way will I sell it at a loss, because you can see the cycle. We come down, big depression, we got some hope, we got some more depression, and now we're building hope again. Okay? And it's pretty clear as well that it's found its bottom support line through there. Probably even here, these tops. So we might have to wait a week, 2 weeks, but I got no doubt this is going to push back up with Bitcoin. And that's it. And you've got to remember, guys, that 90% of my assets are in the bigger coins. Only 10% are in the smaller alts. So when I've got a loss of 15 or 20% on paper at one time for 1 or 2 days on something like Bitcoin Gold, it doesn't really affect me, to be brutally honest. I can put it to the side and just leave it there. I'll leave it there for 3 months if I have to. But there's no need to sell it for a loss. Don't sell at a loss. And if something like that is hurting you, you really need to relook at your overall structure of where you're delegating your funds. Okay, and again, that's something we go over in our classes and in the Cryptogasmic community VIP rooms. All right. Now, we did a live trading session last week, and we picked out 2 coins, actually. LRC was one, and we were waiting for it to fall below the 8,000 mark. And look, all it did was fall straight into the buy zone. So anybody who was on that call that I made like one day before this so-called dump happened, we bounced right out of it. All right. You got to remember, guys, when I put out a signal, it doesn't mean run out and buy it there. Even if I call the signal here and it's up here, wait. Don't chase it. A lot of times it'll come back and it'll give you another opportunity. So when you see these signals, I gave you the signal for LRC. Right now, if you would have bought this in the right position and didn't panic and looked at it as an opportunity, you'd be in a winning trade right now. But only you can control that. I can't press the buy button for you or the sell button or control your emotion. I can't do that for you. I really, really can't do that for you. NEBL was surprisingly not affected by this. I think it was one that actually went up when everything was going down. I'm not in it because I don't trade on Binance, but I picked this one out for you guys in Binance as well. And the same thing. If you would have bought it in the buy zone or waited or even got it a little bit lower, you're now in a winning trade. Even if you got it in the buy zone, you're now 25% up. And all you had to do was wait one day. One day. So patience, guys. You've got to be patient. I took the opportunity to enter Dash on this run. Okay, yesterday I was buying Dash down here. Anything I could get my hands on. Down here in the 600s. All right. Dash is when I was in at 200, 300. I got out at 600 and I waited. I waited actually, I mean, geez, I've been waiting a month for this to come back around. I just refused to chase it. I got out here and I just refused to chase this. So what everybody else saw as panic, I saw as another amazing opportunity to re-enter Dash again, which is what I did. And I told you all that in the room yesterday. I gave you the heads up on that. Now, I've also taken the opportunity to re-enter IOTA. Okay, this is one I've been playing the waves for, and I got out, and I don't think I got this entry here, so I waited. And look what's happened, right? We had a lot of consolidation through here, where it didn't really move from the zone. Okay, and it didn't even come back down into our buy zone. So I've decided to enter out of this triangle. I've decided to enter IOTA here. I bought some buys just over 24. I've got some more buys set for around about 23.3. And if it comes down a bit, I'll buy some more because I really do think that this one is going to continue on. It's one of the big players for me. Okay. And if we look at that trend, all we did was come down and tag the trend, and now we're bouncing off again. So I really do see us finding some support up through this green cloud. Okay. So I've got all my buys placed in here. I've had some already placed, just over 24, and I'm sitting here patiently waiting for back in here. And as I said, just because I sent out the signal to buy under 24 doesn't mean you got to chase it at 25, because this could easily come like this and go like this. So IOTA is the current signal for Cryptogasmic. And that's really about it, guys. There's going to be some more opportunities over the next few days. There's a lot of green today. So hopefully you're all feeling better. That's it. You've been updated. See you all in the chat room. Take care. Speak soon.